everybody.
Hello. Today is Monday, November 13th, and we are
the SABLE Stitchers.
If you're new here, welcome. SABLE is an acronym for Stash Accumulated Beyond Life Expectancy. And this is our Flosstube number 40. 40. Oh. I know. Can you believe it?
There. No, I can't believe it. It's so exciting.
And so this is a video mostly about cross stitch. I think both of us have some wool applique to show. Just, whatever else kind of catches our fancy. We both like to do, different crafting projects.
Yeah.
So,
I'm Lenny.
I'm Roberta. You can find me on Instagram at Roberta Lyle.
And I'm Elle Eisenberg. Haven't been too much on Instagram lately, but I sure like to read it. But
I haven't either. I try to do it when I finish, and I have almost finished, so I hopefully will be posting soon. So.
And thank you for all your comments and well wishes and all your yummy treats for Thanksgiving. I'm so hungry. I can hardly wait till Thanksgiving.
I know.
So,
and then I know we do have a lot of viewers overseas as well, and in Canada. So we'll have to do a little more inclusive kind of question this time, I think.
And we want to thank our service members. Happy Veterans Day and Remembrance Day for all those that serve for our country and active duty and those that gave their lives for our country. My grandpa was killed in World War II. He was a pilot. Oh. So, just those people that really gave their lives for our country. So thank you, everybody.
It's always a sacrifice
Yes.
when you are part of the military. So we appreciate it.
Thank you
very much. So, all right.
Okay.
We usually like to start with a little bit of a life update. So I was just talking to Liddy, and she did survive Fright
night. Oh my gosh. Seven boys wound up being there. And the blow up.
Teenage boys is a lot in one place.
7 15-year-old boys. Anyway, the blow up boxing gloves lasted for about a minute. As soon as somebody hit somebody, that they popped. So they decided just to wrestle and fight instead. So, it was loud, but I heard them laughing, and it was just fun to be a part of it and know that they were upstairs having a great time. And I think Grant slept till noon the next day. But
wow.
And then our football season, for one, has come to an end. They lost by a last-second field goal.
Oh, wow.
And Grant's varsity team is still in it, so he has one more game before they start the whatever they do to get to state. But anyway, so it's pretty exciting. So now we can say, go Timberwolves.
They really got far in the season.
Yeah.
Deep into the season with the postseason, I guess. So that's amazing.
They're playing a super team this weekend. So it's been fun. It's been really fun. So we'll go.
And we've been really lucky. It's been a really mild fall.
Yeah, we've only had one really bad day. But, with the change in the seasons and starting to think about different kinds of food to eat, do you like soups?
Okay, is this a joke? I feel a joke coming on.
Do you like soups?
Yes, I do like soup.
Well, I was going through the cookbook and then trying to come up with some different ideas. We seem to eat the same thing every day. But I came across this one, and it's like how to cook crocodile.
Oh, no, really?
How do you cook crocodile?
Very carefully.
In a crock pot.
Oh.
But anyway, yes, the seasons have just been beautiful here. We've had beautiful fall weather the last couple of weeks, and I love it. So
yeah, the frost is definitely on the pumpkin, though. I've been had to clean out most of my flowers.
Yeah, they're all.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, tell us about your trips the last couple of weeks.
So, for those of you who don't live in the United States, usually we celebrate Thanksgiving here. It's the fourth Thursday in November. And but because of different travel plans for my family, we decided to do an early Thanksgiving. So not this past weekend, but the weekend before. So the first weekend in November, we all gathered out in California near where my sister lives, and she doesn't have room for all of us. So we rented a VRBO about 3 blocks or just within walking distance of the
Lovely.
beach in California. And my son and daughter-in-law and Clara stayed in the house with us, and then my other son and his wife and little boy stayed with my sister. And so it was really fun because in the morning we'd get up, we'd walk up and down the beach, and it was really, people were really friendly. Most times someone would be out there, they'd be out there with their dogs. So Claire got to pet some of the dogs, which made her happy. She got to see dolphins in the ocean, which was the big highlight of the weekend for her. But
Sure it was.
yeah, so my sister was going to order Thanksgiving dinner for us, and of course it was too early. Sometimes you can get those from things like restaurants or grocery stores, and they weren't doing that yet. So she had a friend lined up to do it for us, and then they had something else come up, so which was fine. So we all took different portions of the meal, and so my daughter-in-law made vegetables. She's pregnant, so she's on a low sugar diet, and she made like a special, it was like a pumpkin cheesecake that was within her diet restrictions, and she made something else too. I don't remember what it was right now. And so I make the stuffing because I make it like my mom used to make it, and stuff the turkey, and then the turkey was too big to fit in my sister's oven. So
It's like that commercial. It won't fit.
I know.
Mom, Nana, it won't fit.
So we had, she has a friend who lives, she lives on a really steep hill, and so we drove down a ways to her friend's house, and her friend let us use her oven.
Oh, gosh.
And so I felt like a professional chef. I'm coming out of the house with this pan of turkey, covered in foil, and take it down there and put it in the oven. Went down and basted it a few times, and then my son and I went down when it was ready and picked it up and brought it back to the house and finished things up. And so she was really thrilled about how well everything went, and everything came out just fine. So that was a lot of fun. So we've already celebrated our Thanksgiving with our family. And then last weekend, and this is my last traveling, I'm so glad to be home for a few weeks in a row here. So I annually take a trip to Amish country in Illinois with my friend Leslie. And they have about, I didn't count how many shows, it's about 6 or 7 shows that we go to, all full of primitive antique dealers from out east, from the Midwest, from our area. They all kind of come to these different shows. And so I was just going to show you a few things that I got at those shows.
Oh, boy.
Well, first of all, when we were in California, we went to some thrift stores. They had a farmer's market on Saturday, and their thrift stores were open. I went into this thrift store. It was the nicest. It was huge. It was just clean and well organized. And I was able to quickly locate where they had their hoops stored. And so I got 3 hoops. This one was by itself. And this is what I used growing up. It's just kind of a basic, metal hoop with the little spring. So I just got that because it looks like it's in good shape. It looks like the cork is all intact. So I just got that kind of because that's what we had growing up. And then I got a queen hoop with that kind of spring. Mm-hmm. And that was just with this one. They were, clipped together. And this has no markings on it other than someone's initials.
Right.
And no felt or anything inside. It's just a basic hoop. So pick those up. I think all of these run.
I'll say how nice not to
$5.
have a, show you mine, but, not to have that metal. I don't know how old you would say this is.
I don't know. It has a nice patina on it, right? It looks really pretty, but I don't know if it was meant just for framing pieces or what, or if it was functional. It has some of the initials on it, which is interesting. So I got those in California, and then when we went to the antique stores, I got mostly little things. A couple little old pin cushions. I just thought they had really nice color to them.
You can tell those have been used.
Yes, this one has some
And it probably sitting in the
really
sun.
kind of heavy duty pins in there. Yeah. So
I like to see if you look at all the you can look all the pinholes in there. So that's been used a lot.
And then we went to an antique store downtown in, I think it was Arcola. Yes, this was in downtown Arcola. And they had one of these with this kind of dial on it. So I didn't have one of those. Yep.
Oh.
I guess I have my windows open so you can't tell that the light's on. And then in one of the antique shows, I found a little bookmark. I found another one that they wanted over $100 for, and I wasn't going to pay that. So I got this one, and I'm going to take it out of the frame. It looks like they sprayed gold on the frame without covering this up, because it has a lot of gold on the glass here. So anyway, I don't know, maybe I'll be able to read that in the video, but I can't exactly read what is written there, but very nicely stitched. And so this would have been on perforated paper. Something together, I think. And then at the last show that I went to, I got this little needle book was in a case. And so I asked about it. It has perforated paper on the back, and whatever design.
Gosh, that looks old.
Yeah, whatever design is kind of disintegrated. It has perforated paper on the front, but I don't know if they didn't want to stitch a design or they just had this really pretty card. I guess this was I'm guessing it was maybe like a business card or an advertising card. You know, just to get these, I don't know what you call these kind of pen and ink drawings. Just to pick those up is usually really expensive.
Little bird.
Hurlbert? I can't read what that is. You think that's a...
No, I think it's an H.
I think it's Hurlbut.
Hurlbut?
And so...
Oh, look how old it is. Oh, that is old.
And then that's the inside. So it's I think it's in pretty good shape.
That's
but
priceless.
yeah, I'm guessing that's from the 1800s.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
That probably was in one of those pockets.
Yes, I bet you're right. And the little bows on there. So pick that up. And then, so the dealer did not mean to sell this. They had was just like hanging on like a coat hook. And I saw it and I picked it up and it had $15 on it, which if you ever see these kind of frames in antique shows, they're usually way more. So I took it up to her and she said, well, it's not really for sale, but I'll give it to you for $25. And then as she's wrapping it up, and it was really dirty. I've cleaned it up a lot here. As she was wrapping it, yeah.
It's better faces in there.
As she was wrapping it up, she said she would usually charge $75 for it.
Whoa, you got a deal.
Yeah, I was she must have been having a really good show and felt, so I really appreciate that. And then I did get one little sampler, and I kind of got it more for the provenance than it being really special. I mean, it's just a little marking sampler. It's kind of coming through, the light's coming through here.
Let me turn.
Maybe here. It's just a little marking sampler. They believe it's from Ohio. It was in a tray, and I have the tray here. And if you look at the lettering, so there's 4 different styles of alphabets, and if you look at the lettering, there's no J, which I believe J's were not used up to about the 1820s. But what I've read is that even afterwards there'd be samplers that were made that didn't necessarily have the J's in it. So I'm not saying this is definitely from early 1800s, but it's in very good shape. I like the colors, but this is the letter that was with it. This was on the back. This is, it was on a very...
Oh, I love that they did that.
It was on the back, and it says, "It is very old. It was done by a Rebecca Harris, we think. sometime prior to 1812 in Leesburg, Ohio. We have another one with her name on it and date, and we believe this one is older. But there's no name on it, and I kind of question that because a lot of times I'm wondering if her initials or her family initials are the ones that were done in green, or I'm not sure why I know sometimes they do them in different colors so that they stand out as...
Oh, those are all eyelets.
Yeah, it's all eyelets on like a homespun kind of thing. So anyway, it says we have another one with her name on it and date, and we believe this one's older. Rebecca, I think Harris's, my ancestor, or Lynn's, or Grandma Cox's side of the family. Lynn thought you might like to have it hanging by the shelves in your apartment. But if you don't sell it. She'd rather have it back. Well, I mean, this is very, very old. I don't know. I'm not... So I don't know how long the dealer had it in their possession, but just kind of a mystery. I'm going to see if I can do some research. He believed the family was still in the area. I'm going to see if I can do some research and find a relative who had those initials on their name. This is what they had it in. They had it in this tray. It was like in this tray. And I took it out because it was wrinkled. It was like... It was not just flat, and the edges.
The sampler wasn't flat.
It wasn't flat. I ironed it a little bit. It had this big wrinkle in the middle. Some of the edges were turned over, and I wanted to see if maybe the name had been folded underneath, and then so it had this old felt on the back. So that was that. That was a lot of fun. I'm gonna try to put this out of the way so I don't break the glass. And then on the last day, this was
let me help.
one of my bigger things. Got a needle box, and I looked online. I don't think this is super, super rare, but I don't have any, any of the, what do they call them? The
Province?
The bobbin boxes or whatever.
Oh.
I don't have any of the floss boxes or what, a thread. I don't remember what they're calling them. I'll have to scroll it in. But I think it has the old knobs on it. It looks like it was in a store. I was going to show the top. It has cigarette burns on the edge.
God, how could somebody lay a cigarette on top of that?
Well, it was just a piece, something they used.
You don't think of it for the future.
Or, who knows what it, But anyway.
That's fun.
Yeah, I was in good shape. So those are my
Yay.
purchases for the weekend.
Yay.
So it was a lot of fun. I think that was everything.
Okay.
All right. And then you said you've been watching some Flosstubes.
Oh, I've been watching lots of Flosstube because I've been doing lots of stitching, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to show you. But some of the Flosstubes that I've been watching is Brianna Lentz, Lentz. She has some videos out of 50 Christmas patterns. She had 50, Halloween patterns, 50 fall patterns. She's doing a whole series of them. So, anyway, please watch her because, boy, talk about enabling. Because she's not stitching them; she's just showing them. But there's, you take that, 3 times. That's 150 patterns right then and there. That's like, ooh, I want that.
Were there some you didn't?
I think you did ensable me a little bit. And then the Curious Crafters, Carolyn and Anna. So love you girls. They do cross stitch and knitting. They do their own clothes. They come out and they do the crosswalk. I love your crosswalk. Then I watched Olivia from Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. So love you, Olivia. Nightly Stitcher, Dina. She did a sewing room tour. So that was fun. Annie, Proper Stitcher.
Mm-hmm. So she has some Christmas patterns.
She does. I ordered one this morning, Annie.
Okay.
Then Judy, Stitching Bunny. Boy, she's been stitching for many years, and she has some beautiful, beautiful cross stitch. The Sassy Southern Stitchers. Teresa and Lisa, I think if I can read my writing. Stitching Friends, Sarah and Jen, and the Bougie sisters, Nancy and Jenny. So, thanks, girls. That was lots of entertainment this week.
Yeah, I've been listening to several books on tape and really kind of got into them, and so did a lot of that. But I did watch Daisy Carey Primitives, and she has a great, another kind of enabling one. She shows a lot of different Thanksgiving patterns, and several of them I wasn't familiar with, and so I was kind of Googling those, and so that's a really good one. Carol Saltbox. And then I started watching Kathy So-and-so's newest video, and she did a recap of the retreat that she just went to in Utah. And so, and then she's been very busy because she made, if you went to or saw any of the pictures from the Dying to Stitch retreat that was just held in, it must have been in October in Virginia. She did all of the little, it's like a little tomato pin cushion in a salt cellar. She made those for every participant in that event. So she's been very busy. So started to watch that one. And
you're so talented.
Yeah.
So talented, Kathy.
She is. Everything. It's just so well done. So then I just had a couple pieces from prior Thanksgiving. Watching Christie's. I just thought I'd bring these out and show them.
Christy.
I love this piece. Go ahead.
No, it's just her house is so cozy. I could just stitch in your house all day long.
Yeah.
So I love all your decor.
So I got a Thanksgiving sampler. This was a Brenda Gervais piece, and I think I started this 3 or 4 different times before I finally gave in and did it on the 28 count over 1, which is what I think Mushroom Lugana. I just love it. I'm so glad I did stick with it and finally get it done.
I love your frame. It just...
So, oops, well, my home phone is going. And then this is a Maggie Banana Me piece that I did a few years ago, just a penny rug. Be thankful. And I believe, I didn't look it up, but I believe this might be a standalone pattern. I don't think this was in a book. But, so, just finished with a little bit of brown wool, and then this edging is like an old army blanket that's been cut up. So those were just a couple of prior finishes.
I don't have it. Well, I don't have any prior finishes. I do have a finish.
Yay!
Are you guys ready?
Do 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 do.
I'm so excited. It's done.
That is so striking. That is gorgeous.
And
It's just gorgeous.
I took it to the framer, but just to look, and I wasn't going to frame it until I wanted to show you, and then I'll bring it back again after it gets framed. But as I was looking really close, waiting, I missed some spaces in the sky. I need to stitch back over, and there's a couple.
That is so pretty.
So I have about 10 stitches that I missed, so I gotta put them in, and then I'm taking it to the framer tomorrow.
That is just like the perfect fall color.
I'm so excited. I am so excited. Wow. So I did it.
And so this is Autumn
Town by Autumn Lane.
Okay.
And it is a fun stitch, you guys. I mean, it's a lot of stitching, but it's a fun stitch. You don't have to change colors a whole lot. It's nice block stitching. So I had this, where am I? I had this side that I was up here, and I had all this to do down here. And then I put the corn stalks around the little house right there. But yeah, I'm missing a few spots up in here, one little row there, and something over here. But I'm glad I had a good look at it. I'd die if I had it framed and saw that I didn't have it.
And what count linen is this?
It's a 28 apple harvest, I think it is.
And it's 2
over 2.
Okay. And
I used DMC and Victoria Motto. It called for DMC, but a friend of mine had given me her fall set Victoria model, so I used it, and it's very beautiful.
It is. It's amazing.
So anyway,
Yay, Lenny.
yeah. So now I'm so ready to get started on more, which I have. So
Okay, I have a couple near finishes.
okay.
I am so close on a couple of these. So I thought I'd get this done. I'm almost done with this.
Oh, you almost got it.
This is Carriage House samplings, and all I need to do
I was going to
is
say, what do you need to do?
filling in the green on the gourd seeds at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
There's just, you can see there's just openings in the letters, and I've just kind of skipped over a few and started filling those in, but otherwise I'm all done and it's ready to be made into a little decorative sack for next year. So I do want to get that done and then pack it away and not wait to finish it next year. So that is the plan for now.
Hey, you got
This was on 40 count. Oh gosh, what is it? Oh, can't think of it. I'll have to insert what it is unless it comes to me and this was the country sampler conversion, so it looks a lot different than the picture on the pattern.
It's so pretty. Well, you got that done quick.
Well, I started this when we were in St. Charles, so that was the end of September, so it just took a little over a month. Yeah. And my husband yesterday said, well, you were working on why were you working on other things? Why didn't you just stick with it until you were done?
Because I don't want to.
So anyway, yes, that would be logical. And then I'm almost done with this.
Oh, good. I was wondering.
Oops. So I have all the applique stitching on. I've put the backing on it, and then there's a layer of like warm and natural in between. So I'm going around all the little design with it's kind of a running stitch to do just. I forget there's a technique for it, but it's like a way to quilt it together. So I did all around the outside. I did this, Leslie drove this year, so while she was driving, I did some of this in the car because I thought so I was really hustling to get it done so I could work on that in the car.
She's got her initials in the middle.
Mm-hmm. So I love it. Maggie said this was inspired by her brown transferware dishes, and I like monochromatics, so I love that. I'm so happy with that.
Good job.
I'll be doing that. Right. Oh, that's pretty.
I'm working on a quilt. It's an applique quilt, and
that's really pretty.
So, and it's monthly houses. So, well, I did that one first, but I'll go back. This is my December.
Is this buttermilk basin?
Buttermilk basin. I bought it as a kit, so I don't have any of it sewed down yet.
Did you get this online or from?
I got it from Quilter Station.
Okay.
So that's January or December.
So if you are interested, do you think Rita has more of these? Or
she does not have more, but I know you could probably get the months from, but it won't be a kit.
Okay.
But you can get it from Buttermilk.
It's beautiful.
The pattern from Buttermilk Basin.
Okay.
So I just have them glued
So
on.
this isn't, okay. Sometimes I know, like if you use Lisa Bonjean's method, sometimes she will do the fusible interfacing on the back and then you iron it on. You can see these don't have that. These are just kind of tacked on with some glue.
I did, okay, this is January. I'm not putting any of the buttons or embellishments on until I get it done. I did use the fusible on that one, but you know what? I used freezer paper on this one. This one was kind of hard to stitch,
through all of that?
Through the stabilizer. So I'm changing it to freezer paper.
It's really pretty colors.
And then I just tacked it. Okay. All right. Need your opinion. As you can see, they're not the same color background. Hold it.
Oh, it's
Hold it
not?
up. All right, it's pretty close, but one that Roberta has is on black. And this is the same fabric.
It looks gray because it's like a little,
I shouldn't say black. It is gray.
It's like black and white, I think, and it just,
Okay, this is the same material, and I bought it.
Oh.
But, I didn't even paint, it was so close. This one is on blue. That's why I haven't sewed it down yet. I have enough fabric for, both the black and the blue, because I was going to do a different quilt, the wagon quilt, and I was going to do it on the blue. But in getting ready to go to Wool Club, I prepared it on the blue. So,
is there anything in between the blocks?
there is a black sash,
Okay.
and then a cornerstone.
So
I got
so
some.
is this like December? Is this a month? So this is monthly?
Yeah, but so
Can
this
you
will be.
alternate it?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I kind of,
yeah.
I kind of like the gray and the blue, and they're the same tones. But I thought it. I don't know what to do.
That'd be fine. They're not right next to each other. If you have the
Well, then I
sashing
thought
and you
if I
alternate
do
it.
black and then the blue, so January, February be in the blue, March would be in the black, and I'll probably then start, 3 at a time. So there'll be like the black will be in the middle, or blue would be in the middle, and then
Yeah.
So that's why I haven't sewed it on, because I went, oh my gosh,
I think that
they're
would look
different
good.
background, but I think it kind of give it some movement a little bit.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty.
But it's going to be, just pretend like this is January and February. But I think it's going to be so pretty. It's going to be big. So, which it is oversized squares, and then we'll cut it down, later. But I
Very fun.
I love wool. So, and that's from. There's the January. So you can put them individually. They have these on hangers. They have this one on a hanger. So, you can buy them individually. So if you got a favorite month that you want to decorate with. So, and I like I said, I did have the kit.
I do like them on the darker background, I think.
So.
Like you have.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
I think these are it looks like a cream colored background.
Well, yeah, they have it on a cream color background. But,
Pretty.
anyway, I can't wait to.
That'd look okay.
So that's what I'm going to do. That's why I said I haven't. I could pull off the glue, but I kind of like it in the gray and the blue. So, okay. So that's that. And then I have whips.
I just have a couple whips.
Okay, should we? And then I have some plans. Okay.
Well, one I can't show because I'm working on a Christmas ornament for exchange. It has to go out tomorrow, so that is one of the things I am doing. And the other one, probably have the patterns put away somewhere. Let me look at it for it. You want to show what I'm doing?
I started Where the Bittersweet Blooms by Brenda Gervais. Okay. And this is the one that my tag fell off, and I didn't write it down. But this is what I've got done so far. It's going really fast. So I think all I have left to do is the vine and some of the border.
No. So you don't know what that is? Okay.
No.
That looks like vintage country mocha.
I have some vintage and
It looks different.
yeah.
So that looks so that's 20.
So this is a 36, 1/2,
Okay.
with all the colors. Could that be hog bristle or wren?
Hog bristle's kind of yellowish.
Okay. Because I found these tags in
red
my,
or something. Okay.
but I don't know what they belong to.
That kind of reminds me. That's along the lines of my Thanksgiving one, so I'm wondering if they were probably the same year or something. Except yours is on higher count fabric linen.
So there's my plastic. So
Okay.
or tag. Okay.
So I found so this was my November 1st start. I kind of like monochromatic pieces, and so I started Gobble. This is an older one by Paulette Stewart from Plum Street Samplers. And if you watched my last video, I talked about getting the NPIs that were on clearance at Country Sampler, and I just picked several colors that I thought would work. And so this is what I have so far. And this is, if you want to know the conversion or what I'm using, I'll let you know. So far, basically all I've used is the NPI 976, which is mouse gray, and then I started a little bit of NPI 292, which is called Old English, and I think it's like ivy. It's kind of a green. So this is what I have so far. Just started.
I love the greens.
That's how tall it's going to be. That's how wide it's going to be.
Oh.
And of course, I miscounted on these going up and down and up and down. I noticed I got to the end, and it was like, well, this is, extending way beyond these, and realized when I put in the straight line that I think it's going up 13. Some might start going up 14. So I had to rip all that out and redo that. So that's what I worked on when I was in California and waiting around in the airport for our flights, because of course, as has been the case, our coming home, we went through Las Vegas, and our Las Vegas flight was delayed by like 4 hours.
Oh my gosh.
We got home at 2 a.m.
I keep telling, it's like, I want to go someplace. And then I hear these stories and go, no, I want to stay home.
But as long as you have your stitching, you have something to do. You
I couldn't.
Airport and stitch away and be happy as can be. It's like, and I was listening to my book on tape. I was very happy.
I have your birthday start.
Oh, you do?
Yay! Do you have yours?
No, because I've been working on these other things. So,
well,
I did want to finish my Halloween piece before I got busy on that one.
Well, maybe before I showed you this last time, but I didn't have the fabric yet, and now I do. So I know it's getting kind of late in the season, but I want a crow wall, and this is 36 count ancient.
That's really pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
That's so pretty.
Kay was kind enough to share with me.
Gorgeous.
So I do have the flosses. I don't have them with me, but
I love those designs.
I just think that is that white pumpkin and that crow just. So I'm going to work on, because I have so much fall that I have still working on, and Halloween. I'm going to kind of somehow work it into my routine to where I work on it.
I am getting anxious to do Christmas.
I
was just
am
thinking
too.
This morning that I'm starting to
and that's
feel
going to be part of my plans. But okay, the Reverend for Roberta's birthday. Happy birthday, belated birthday, and I got. I'm kind of wondering what he's looking at, but anyway, I got this much done. Not a whole lot.
Cutie, he's so cute. Of course, I'm starting at the bottom, so.
Oh, good. Well, then we'll kind of tell. Do you think I did all they called for colors? I have.
I
haven't done that much, just 2 of them, and I did.
I think that looks
don't
good.
look. We've been watching Joe Pickett on Netflix. No, Paramount. And I chewed off all my fingernails watching Joe.
Spooky? Is it spooky?
He's intense. It's just intense. But I don't stitch because we like the lights dark, because a lot of it is dark TV, as far as the, what do I want to say? It's not dark. It's dark.
Oh, I get it.
It's not like bad dark. It's just nighttime dark.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm just kind of wanting to get some more done to see if it shows up.
Face. Oh, it's adorable.
So he
is so cute.
Before I came, I was like, I got to get his face done because he was a one-eyed Jack. So, but then he got it done, and it's like, what are you looking at, dude? So anyway,
So this cat reminds me. I saw this at the antique store one of the antique sales we were at, and then I was watching a video by it's called The Cape on the Corner, and she did a tour of a couple of some antique shows where they had some of the same dealers, and it was right after Halloween, and they were showing these tin cats, and they have marble eyes, and I had never noticed these before, and they kind of remind me of this, and they were like yard stakes, and you'd put them out in the garden, and supposedly it would scare away birds, and the light would be reflected in the marbles, so it would look like like
we
it
did
was
that
alive.
with owls around the pool.
Yeah, you see a lot of owls on buildings, but that's what that reminds me of. I didn't know the history behind those and hadn't really noticed those before. I thought that was kind of cool.
So that's my
really
colors for the,
Ooh.
and I just did DMC.
Okay.
I did the called for DMC.
Yeah, I did
And,
some DMC and some substitutions just on what I had.
Whoops. But anyway,
Oh, I love it.
I know, and it's I have been hooked on this one, and I'll show you the next one, and that's all I've been stitching on.
You want me to put them away in here?
Yeah, that's okay, fine. And then the one more that I've done, and like I said, my Feast of Friendship.
I was going to start that on Thanksgiving, and now I think I'm going to just keep going on my Plum Street until I get that done. Okay. I'm getting anxious about the number of starts I have. That's
the colors.
pretty gorgeous palette, though.
It really is.
Nice. Oh my goodness. I don't know that I have all these colors. Now that pink, you wouldn't think that pink would be in there.
That's somewhere.
Oh, probably the little fruit or that
fruit,
one maybe.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's the pattern. You all
Wow.
know it. So many have finished it. I'm so happy for you. But it is
so
fun.
pretty.
And it's on.
That's a really good. You got a blackbird bag for it.
I do. My blackbird bag. My blackbird bag. And this is as much as I got on him. I got the pumpkin almost done. And then a portion of the house and some of the border.
Is that the called for linen? Well, it calls for Abecedarian.
And no, but I think, it's just a minute, I think I have it in here.
It calls for 30 count Abecedarian.
Yes, this is
And
36.
then these are all Gentle Arts threads.
And I believe this is an R and R.
Like Brenda's Brew or something?
There's a fox and no, it's R and R. My tag fell out.
Okay. So what count is it? Is it
It's a 36.
30? Oh, sorry, you said that.
So, and I'm really liking 36.
That looks good. That'll be a good size.
Okay.
So pretty.
So these are kind of my focus pieces. What do I do with that tag? So the Reverend and I don't know, but I have some plans for Christmas too.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and then don't forget your. You might
yes.
need that. I just, after watching Christy's video, I was just inspired to pull a couple patterns because I love Thanksgiving. It's one of my favorite holidays, and you know, our question on our last video was, "What's your favorite dishes?" I would say most people, "What's your favorite dish for Thanksgiving?" Most people, I would say, said stuffing, which was kind of surprising, but you know, that is probably my guy's favorite too, and I make the kind like my mom used to make. And but you know, there's a lot of, you know, pumpkin pie, and different people made all different kinds of cranberry relishes and salads, and you know, trying to think what else was there, sweet potatoes. It's all good. I like it all. My issue this year is my husband's watching his sugar and I have to watch my fat. And it's like if you do that, it's like you're on two different diets, because he's all, you know, what he can eat is like protein and fat, you know, but he's not supposed to eat any bread or any, you know, grains or, you know, starchy vegetables or, you know, a lot of fruit. And that's like what I need to eat. So, I mean, we can eat salmon. That's salmon
One
and
day.
sardines.
You could, one day.
I know.
My daughter's having Thanksgiving this year, and she does both sides of the family, and so we were counting. And then my nephew's coming, and her next door neighbor's coming with her mother. So we're up to 30.
Wow.
I know it.
Very
so
fun.
my portion is mashed potatoes. So I feel like I'm on KP duty.
Yeah. I'm doing, and so we have, our church is doing a dinner Wednesday, and so they asked for people to bring sides or to bring dessert. So I'm going to bring a dessert and try to get rid of it there, since neither of us can be eating that now. But so I just pulled a couple kind of Thanksgiving patterns that I would love to do. I wanted to do this for a while. Pineberry Lane.
I love pineberry.
Those little people. I just think that's very cute. Does it have a turkey in it? It has a little white
Chicken.
turkey.
Oh, there's a turkey.
It's hard to see.
Turkey
It
and a
has a little
chicken.
turkey, a little acorns.
It's got a little reindeer.
And then I have this Prairie Schooler November pattern. I like that. I would love to do, I think Prairie Schooler has one for every month. I would love to do those and like rotate them out throughout the year. I have that one. And then a lot of people have been doing, I think this is what Christy on Daisy K Primitives did, and I think also Michelle from Farm Girl. I think they just did this turkey.
That's
And
cute.
I love all of those, but yeah, that turkey, when you see him, he's really cool.
Prairie Schoolers in my future too.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Your Christmas ones. Yeah. All right. And then I'm gonna.
This time.
Okay.
What do you call a limping turkey?
I don't know.
Wobble, wobble.
I was thinking flat-footed fowl.
Okay. And then, what does a turkey's phone ring sound like?
Is that gobble gobble? What?
Wing, 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 wing. Okay, I'll save the rest for later.
Okay, so we wanted to do something a little different today because I'm thinking about doing some quilting. One of the things I've been looking for is what kind of quilting supplies do you need if you want to, start quilting, and what are imperatives. And so we thought, I know that we've had these scattered throughout, but we thought we would do maybe our top 10 cross-stitch supplies that we rely on day in and day out. And so, Lenny, did you want to start out
Okay.
and say what your favorite...
Well, first of all, where do I stitch? And I stitch on my couch. I have one of those lazy boy couches that the feet kick up. And so I stitch on my couch. I have my light behind me, which we're gonna add that later. This isn't what I have on my lap. I have on my lap, it's from it's a carrier for your patterns, but what I like to use is called
like a book stand, or
it's a book stand. Well, it's actually an iPad. I think it's called iPad or iPax or something like that. I got it. I'll let you know. And I get it on Amazon. It's soft. It has a pocket in the front. And I can put my needles in it.
Okay. Yeah, you brought that to...
Yeah, it's red. It's very soft. But that's what I use at home just because it's light and it sits on my lap. And then I set my pattern right in here. This is a wonderful project to use for when you go on retreat or stitch club or something like that. It's the same thing. You stick your pattern here. It's all magnet. And then you put your pattern here, and I just set it on the table. And I have to oh, it's stuck. Oh, I use one of these magnet strips, and I put it on my pattern, and then I can follow. It's magnetized, and then I can follow so I don't lose my space where I am. I normally stitch across, one way, and then I usually go down on my pattern and just kind of gives it a, it's good for my eyes, and it kind of gives it a little variation. But these, I don't stitch in hand, so I love to have something like this. Fat Quarter has them. This one came from Amazon.
Is this the one that came in like a package of 2?
I only got one, so
I got when I got mine, they came in 2. I have it in green, so
I have to have. I don't put needle minders on my fabric, but I love to. I love to have all my toys. I love to, and I have one for every season. But I love to have my toys just decorated. But it's really nice. I use the magnets to hold the pattern. There's my bad nails. I'll use this hand because I told myself I can only bite my fingers on one hand. That was a very intense show. But anyway, I love this. My pattern sits here. I have my magnet strip and all my toys. So
very nice.
That's probably
your number one.
That's probably my number one because my eyes, it helps me to keep my pattern up instead of down.
Okay, well, my number one would probably be reading glasses. I couldn't do it, I can't count on, I couldn't stitch on 40 count without reading glasses. And so this is the little bag that we got when we were at Color and Cotton. And so I thought I would I get kidded sometimes because I usually carry around so many pairs of reading glasses. But, right now I have like 2 empty cases, so I have 2 floating around somewhere. Actually, this goes
Before I had to
case.
go to real glasses, I had the reading glasses, and it got so bad that I had to go and get a pair at the grocery store so I could go to the groceries.
Oh.
And then put them back because I had 100 of them at home, but I didn't bring any with me.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Yeah.
So I got a lot of these. I had gone to something like Walgreens, and they had like a 2 for sale. So I don't have really fancy blingy ones. I just have kind of inexpensive ones and a bunch of different strengths or powers. And so I always try to keep those with me because if I don't have my reading glasses, I'm not going to be able to stitch.
Nope. You got a good light. That's probably the next most important thing is I have to have good light. I have many lights around me. I have the ones that wear around my neck. I have with my big light behind me, then I have another Walmart light. I have a lot of extra light. Now that's when I'm sitting. Like in the chair. Mm-hmm. When we're stitching at the table, I have just a light that I set on the table, which is like yours,
like a daylight. I have a light that was the original thing I bought. I think I bought it at Michael's, and then I will insert a picture of the one I usually use downstairs that includes a magnifier, and you can make the light go warmer or cooler because depending on the linen you're stitching on, it's not just the brightness, it's being able to see like the shadows of the little holes to see where you need to stitch. So.
If anybody snow skis, you had the different lights for skiing. You got the flat light and the bright light. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For skiing?
Well, yeah, because if it's cloudy outside.
Like your goggles?
Your goggles.
Oh, okay.
So you have the yellow light that helps you to see those moguls before they see you.
Okay. So, yeah, it's just a daylight. It folds up for traveling. And,
that's the kind I have.
And then it has the magnifier here. So that's all good. So my husband said, don't be bending your cord because you're going to ruin it. Well,
I did.
I did too.
I did.
So I had to get a replacement cord because the original cord was white. So that's why I had
That's
this.
it's
really, really long. And so I just kind of coil it loosely around when I travel now and now.
Be very careful when you plug those. I don't know what it is, but I'm on my 3rd light right now. But they have a tendency to be kind of on the light side. My favorite at home and reading. Hello, I feel like romper room, romper stomper.
Gadget or something.
But anyway, yeah. This is great. Just a good old magnifier. but I was trying to. Not Forgotten Farms is pretty small. Her patterns are pretty small.
Oh, okay.
So I try to blow them up, but I still have to have a little special aid. So a magnifying glass, if you don't have it on your light. I like these better than on the lights anyway. I can get really close. But anyway, this is another one that I have to have.
Okay. Calendar or something for tracking your work. Just have a few examples here. I just think it's. I don't need to know.
Oh, you got the new book.
Yeah, I don't need to know how many stitches I do, and I don't know how to determine that. I don't keep it on. I don't have an iPad, so I don't track it on an iPad, which is I think how you could determine that. But I do like to see how many days I stitch, and then this is also more than just that. You know, I've had stickers, and I'll put stickers on for, you know, different places I've traveled or to remember people's birthdays and things. So having a calendar, I think, to track my stitching time and what I'm working on, and then just my goals maybe for the month, that's important to me. And if, you know, we're kind of doing a summary. So I keep track of my whips. I've added some pages, and if you want to add pages, you can do it on your own, or Sherry Colorado Cross Stitcher has the regular calendars and ones with added pages. You know, and then I decorated this. My starts, or this is my whips, my starts, my finishes. I have a page for where I do pictures of my finishes, because that just makes you feel, I mean, sometimes you feel like, oh gosh, I never get anything done. And then you look through it and you can see, well, yeah, actually I did get quite a few things done. I put in plastic pockets where I keep some of my expenses. And I thought I had something else in here. Last year I had pictures that I would put in from the different retreats I went to, so I didn't have that this year. So that's one way to do it. Next year I'm going to try this calendar, and this is by Lori 6, My Crazy Life. I ordered this online, and so
That's very detailed.
yes, so it has some patterns in here. I'm trying to find a page just to show you. So it has just like Needlework Press. It has that kind of page, very very plain. I mean, I do like Needlework Press. Will have the little line drawings, and they will have, you know, inspirational sayings, which are really really fun. But then this one also has separate pages for retreats. It talks about the name of the retreat, dates, location, very, you know, helping you get organized for traveling there. Retreat week, I guess, what you do on the different days, which especially if you're doing a floss tube, it's good because sometimes it all gets to be a jumble. Shopping, I guess could be like what you want to get or vendors you want to see. Packing, what you pack, which is good. So you
I know.
So
and then
I
you
don't
can
forget.
take this, and then you can take the same, you know, use it for the next one. So you,
Yeah.
I think that's
exactly.
really
Restaurants, maybe if you go to a fun restaurant, you want to go back there again. Your table friends. So I am going to, I forget, I think there's enough for 3 retreats, and I'm planning to do a few more. So I think what I'm going to do is make extra copies of these pages and see if I can insert it in here.
Oh,
so that's another one. Oops, just whacked myself in the nose.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, and then I have this book that I bought from Suzette, the Primitive Stitcher, several years ago, and it's in my folder, so it gets kind of bent. So I tracked the name of the pattern, the designer, what it's stitched on, when I started, when I finished. Oops, I'm dropping things. And then this was, oh, a needle, ooh. And then this was one that I got at a retreat, and this one includes, this has like perforated paper where you can put a design on it. It's a very nice, what would you call this? Just like a moleskin kind of.
Yeah, moleskin, very good.
And then I think it's probably like 365 days. So this could be like your journal. This depends how much you want to write, how much you want to track. Who's this? Does it say who this is by? Because we did not order this. This was given to us. And it's just kind of blank, so I'm sorry, I can't.
I don't know who it.
Yeah,
there's
it's kind of a mystery who did these. But if you want to make, you could take any notebook, any kind of notebook, do your own cover for it to make it special for you. Just however much detail you want to go in on. If you want to do things more than your
What's the front say?
notebook, it says
just
manage
managing time. No.
So maybe that's the vendor, manage time. I don't know.
I use the Book of Days. I don't travel near as much as Roberta gets to, and I have bought this before. I didn't really know how to use it. I'm just like, here's my November. I voted to some of the stickers, but for the past year, I've had so much fun in keeping track of what I've done. So far, I have started, and this part up here, I do my starts. This part down here, I do my finishes. It's like I had a whole lot in October, anyway, I really enjoy it. I did order mine for next year because I think at this point in time, I enjoy this book. I did add some pages to the back. I am going to put my whips. I haven't done anything on them yet. But my whips, when we get ready to start the new year, I want to do the 12 by 12 on Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. So I'm going to write. I'm slowly going through my projects now to pull out my actual whips. Not kitted. I want just my whips, so I kind of know where I am. So far in November, I've started 67 and I finished 36 projects. Some of those 36 were part of the 67, so I still have a lot of whips. Some I'm going to have to think about. I started it on 14 count when I first started. They're getting pretty old. Either I want to redo them. I don't know. My tastes have changed. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I need to find homes for them, or I need to go through my things. So anyway, I that's how I keep track of my things, and I do. I love to know what I've been working on and what days I've been working on them and how long it's taken me to work on, and I like to decorate them. So anyway, I'm going to stick with this again for another year.
Okay. You have another?
The other thing that I use, I made this a long time ago. It's my little needle book, and you can use any kind of little needle book. I made this one. It's been used quite a bit. I've added some fun stuff. I like to do the little crochet flowers, but I have some needles. I have a counting pen. I have different size of needles. I try to do the 24, 26, 28, and then just a little decoration. It doesn't make any difference what you use. It's just kind of nice to have your needles on hand. It just kind of helps them keep track of things, I guess.
Was that part of an old quilt? Or did you piece it?
I actually pieced it together. Okay. I think it was a pattern from Lori Holt.
Okay.
And I
was just thinking that would also be a cute way to use up if you have like a scrappy quilt or something.
Actually, there's so many cute patterns to make needle books.
Yeah.
It's just a nice way. If you've got a way to keep track of your needles, that's fine. This is just another way to keep track of them. And I take this wherever I go, and it's getting loved a lot. But anyway, so a needle book.
Okay. So if you've ever seen Lenny and me before, you might have noticed we kind of like our project bags.
What? Are you kidding? I hardly have any
It's just a great way to keep your whatever you have all together and help you keep organized, and so you're not looking for your floss or your whatever you need. And so I just have a whole bunch of different project bags in here. I have a lot like this. I used to get them.
Those are my besides Ziploc bags. Those are these were from Amazon. These were great.
Well, I used to get them from the Container Store, and then the quality is not quite the same as what I used to get. So anyway, just they're clear. You can see what's in here. They're very sturdy. They have very nice zippers, and so that's one kind of project bag. And then I have a lot of my kind of probably most of my bags have the plastic front where I can easily see what the project is and see my supplies in there. You know, we've given you names of very many of a lot of different Etsy sellers throughout the videos that we've done, and so we like to support the small businesses, and then sometimes they come with really fun tags, and it's always fun to add your own tags to coordinate with the bags. I also have a lot that are fully fabric, and if they're fully fabric, we got these little tags from Jackie, and that's what I've been using to either write on these tags, or some I don't have enough tags for all my bags. I just do, like my husband has a little label maker. I just do a label on the front that has the name of the pattern on it, because I don't remember what's in all my bags now, because I have some kitted up and ready to go that I'm not using regularly, and I can't, if I see it on the shelf, I won't remember what's in it. And then there's also, this is about the same size. This one's maybe a little bit smaller, but it has a zipper on the top. So just a different way, different kind of orientation for your project bag. So we've got those. And then this was a set. Are these Laura? Let's see.
Yeah, I think those.
It's So Emma. These are So Emma. I got these in a set of 3, and this is one of them. I think the other one is like
Love these
pink
bags.
plaid. Some people there's patterns out where you can stitch something on the front and make it, a little more decorative. I usually fold a couple of these, and when I go to a retreat, I take these to a retreat, and as we get our projects, I put them in the bags. So I try to keep track of all the stuff I get for the various projects.
Well, then you get patterns from your designers, and it's so nice if they usually come in a bag of some sort. But it's nice. I like those mesh bags, because then I can say I put all my patterns into one bag, and the bigger bags, and then when you get home, so you don't lose anything. I have lost something, and, just trying to tuck it away, and this way it's all in one place. Just a sample of something. Let's see. Well, let's just take my Feast of Friendship. Oh, I'm sorry. I almost hit you. Oh, see that cute little bling?
Wendy's very excited about her bag.
Sorry.
Oh,
I got to stop and take her to the ER.
Sorry.
These vinyl bags are lovely because you can see what's inside of them right at front. I made the mistake. I left one in the car during the summertime.
Yeah.
And my pattern got stuck to the inside of it. And when I took it off, it left some residue from the ink from the jet from the printer. I guess I can take that down. That trying to read my lips. I took some Q-Tex, the polish or the polish remover, and I took a cloth and I wiped the in. Oh, there's my pad. There it is.
Winter Brew.
That pattern, R&R Productions Winter Brew. That was what Feast of Friends. That's what fell off. Okay,
that's pretty.
But I took some of that fingernail polish remover and just took a cloth and wiped the inside and the outside, and then washed it off, and that came right off.
Okay.
So just maybe hints from Heloise. But anyway, if that happens to you, try the Q-Tex remover, and that it came off and did not leave a film.
I would also guess Goo Gone would do that. If you have any Goo Gone,
probably something like that. Windex didn't work, but I guess maybe it's the alcohol in it or something. But anyway, just a little tip that
but Goo Gone is kind of oily, so make sure you dry it off if you use that.
Okay,
your turn.
Oh gosh, I'm in my little box now. This was a little box that was made for me. Thank you, Stacy. So she made this little box, and it's my little gadgets. Okay, gosh, I don't even know where to start. Do you want? Well, first of all, you need a good pair of scissors. Really, a good pair of scissors, embroidery scissors. These scissors, I have quite a few scissors in here. These are my little baby kohanas. I think they're so cute. So, and then Kathy Lounsbury made this for us. This is a nice scissors. It cuts real close to your fabric. So then she did some really cute embellishments to stitch, and then it has a bobbin and scissors and buttons. But I like these because they cut down real close to your fabric.
I do not have a pair of those, but
oh,
yeah.
Right.
I've heard other people talk.
I think I was at Stitch Club, and Rita had some, and I went ahead and said I want some.
Mm-hmm.
I always keep a little wax, a little wax, to wax my thread. I don't know. Do we want to?
Okay,
Okay, you go ahead.
My,
All right, you
my
go ahead.
scissors, I like to keep a pair, nearby, and I can use. This is like one of those pizza.
I love those.
So, okay. I just was on a hunt. I wanted to show you my Bowen scissors because those are the ones that I use most. I travel with them. I'll have to insert a picture of them. I know I just used them when I was on my trip to Illinois, and I had them at home since then. But
I'm sure it's in a
they're
project
on my
bag.
sofa or something. I just can't find them right now. But I'll insert a picture of those because they are sharp. They cut really close to your linen, and they're really tiny. So I know some people travel with their kohanas, and I'm afraid to travel. I don't want anyone to. Well,
take
I don't
them
want to
from
lose
me,
them, and I
and
don't
don't
want to
want-
lose it at the TSA.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Let's see, what else have I got special? When I hold, oh, let me show you these. I am a sucker.
those are so pretty.
I am a sucker for counting pins. So I always keep, 3 to 4, and then maybe some on my.
They're just so pretty.
They're just so pretty, and there are many times, especially at a small print. It really does. They really do help as far as counting. When I'm stitching in a long row, I usually stitch one direction 10 times. And when I get to that 10th space, I put a double X on there. But that's the way I keep track of my 10s, 20s, 30s. So, but anyway, those are just kind of fun, happy things.
Okay. I was going to mention, this is something I got about a year ago, and then I didn't use it, and then I started using it a couple months ago, and I love it. And this is my lap stand. And basically, I clamp, I put my cross stitch in my hoop, I clamp
That's a
my
nice
hoop
size
on
one.
it, put it in my lap, and then it adjusts, to whatever direction I want, how tall I want it. And I can stitch with 2 hands. It makes it go a lot faster, especially if I'm doing grass or filling in a house or something like that. The gals at our cross stitch group had it, and I saw one at another retreat I was at where it had like a ball here, and you could also. The one thing I don't like about this one is if I am like cutting the thread off on the bottom, I have to unscrew it and turn it over to cut the thread off on the bottom, or if I'm, pull my thread through some of the threads on the underneath of my cross stitch and then cut it off. So the other gal that I saw that had one, it was like a ball here where it could flip up, and you can do that. So I thought I remember the name of who made it, and of course I didn't. So I will post where I got this. I got this from Etsy. Seems like it came really fast, and so you just put it in your lap.
I like think that would be nice.
Makes it my stitching go a lot faster.
Okay, one thing, because I am a glassware, I always keep in my little basket take your glasses off, wipe them off, put them back on. So I don't know what I do. because I get so many fingerprints on my glasses. So this is a must. Other thing that I keep in my little basket, I have I think this is just a 2-inch. Doesn't that look like just 2 inches? Yeah, it's just a 2-inch. But you can use this to start where you want to start from the edge of your fabric to get a 2-inch margin. So you don't get too close to the edge.
So that's called a corner gauge, and a lot of times shops will have special corner gauges with their logo on it. So I know sometimes people collect them as a memento of different places that they visit. So just a couple more things. Lenny mentioned magnets, and I like magnets too. And there's just a variety of kinds that you can use. I tend to like just the circular ones. Let's see. I have a variety of just like the circular magnets. You know, like Lenny, I like them for the different seasons, something for different designs for different things I'm stitching on. And then there's, you know, enameled ones that look like little enamel in different designs. I got this one a while ago, and it's like it's a German stamp in like a oversized bottle cap. So, and then there's some that are, you know, they might be wood in just special cutouts.
I think I have that one.
Mine doesn't have the little leaf shapes on it, but so I like to have the magnets. I like to keep my needle on it when I'm stitching. Usually sometimes I'll stick my scissors on it as well. And if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I posted a picture when we were in California. I was stitching something and I couldn't find my scissors, and it was the little pair that I just mentioned. Looking for them, spent like 10 minutes. My sister was looking for them, my husband was looking for them, couldn't find it. Finally, I turned over, I had a bracelet that had one of those magnetic clasps.
It's
turned it over and it was on there, so
I didn't think of that.
That was so funny. But I was so relieved I didn't lose it somewhere.
I always keep a few little extra magnets toys. These are just really lightweight ones, so if I do use it on my fabric, it's not too heavy to pull it down. And then I always keep a ring. Let's see if I can get this off. A floss ring. Oh, I can't get it off. Anyway, just in case we get new floss kits, if we go on a retreat or something, I always keep this extra one that says I'm a Mimi, what's your superpower? So, but we have gone on retreats where, you know, they kit up or they don't have the floss on a kit or something. Then I always have something that I can put my floss on.
That's it. I try to do that too. I think that's a good idea.
Just in going to a number of retreats that you kind of keep track of.
The other thing that I find indispensable, I don't stitch in hand ever. I always have to have a hoop. So I have hoops in a variety of sizes. And I think the size is a really nice one for, you know, just it just shows a lot of your project. And I like that size. When I went on my last trip, I took this oval one, and this was a really nice one for working on a small border, so I like that one a lot. And then I have another one that's just I don't know if it's more like a vintage one, just a little vintage wooden one that I use. That's probably about, this one is probably 8 inches, 7 or 8 inches. The other one I use a lot is probably about 6.
The only hoop that I use is a little 4-inch hoop.
And I know a lot of people do that.
I know you have to move it around, but I have such arthritis in my hands. I can't hold a wider hoop. I've tried what's those plastic?
Yeah. I know what you mean.
You're yelling at me, I know. But anyway, these just work.
We'll scroll the name when we remember it.
It's because I don't use it.
Up.
I know you're all. But anyway, this is just, I know I have to move it a lot, but it's okay. My hand, it doesn't hurt my hand. And I did this.
Yeah,
this whole finish.
That's how I started out too, was with those plastic like PVC pipes, and then you clamp it on. And those are big to hold on to. They
it
are
just
kind of,
it cramps my hand. So anyway, it works really well for me, and that's what's important. If it works for you, that's what you use.
Okay. So I think we've done more than 10, but the other one I wanted to mention was social media, because it's great to follow people, to see what people are doing, and then just floss tubes. I've learned so much from different floss tubes, and whether it's about the lingo, whether it's tips and tricks, or how to finish things, or I just getting ideas for how to finish things, or how to frame things. I have never cut down a frame, but just that the people that do that will have videos or tutorials how to do that. And there's just whatever you want to do, whatever you want to learn how to do. If you want to learn how to do a queen stitch or how to do a pin stitch to start your project, it's all out there. And so
use that search engine, because you can really find a lot of information. When I first started, the lingo was what was throwing me. People were saying whips and salves, and and I thought, I don't know what this
or
means.
Stitch Mania was something. So I was probably looking for that. Or Vana. People kept talking about Vana, and I thought, who is this?
Vana?
Who is Vana? So, and just a tip for floss tubers, that's why you want to make sure when you do your project or your title, make sure and put as much in there as you can that would be relevant for someone to be searching, so that they can find you and find, relevant information. So I think that would be...
Just FYI, a whip is a work in progress. A sal is a stitch along. Or start along.
Start along. Yeah, a UFO is an unfinished object.
Oh, yeah, that was another one.
People give up on a project, they'll call it a UFO. I call it a PUFO because, to UFO is just, well, it's unfinished. I'll get back to it. But PUFO, permanently unfinished. So that is
we
my
might
joke.
have a few permanently unfinished.
I've had a couple of PUFOs this year. So.
Well,
okay.
We had other things that's important, that work. Just make up a little kit of some sort, be it a shoebox or whatever. But I just find that I keep adding stuff to it as I need it. Just simple thing like a fingernail file or chapstick or nail clipper. You get your cuticles dry it sometimes, and if you're working with silk, it will stick on. So, just whatever is convenient for you and what you like to use. That's kind of our top 10 cross stitch tools.
Yep.
10 plus.
Yeah, right now my nails are just when it gets cold like this and the heat comes on, mine just start getting brittle and breaking off.
Just the sides of them. But
so hand lotion is a must too.
Yes.
But so do you have plans?
Oh, do I have plans? Do you have plans?
I just have a couple little plans.
Maybe we'll do one more because we're not doing enough. This guy was driving in his car. He was in a Scrabble tournament. And so he had all his Scrabble tiles in his car, and he had to stop and get out of his car. And when he got out of his car, all the Scrabble tiles fell out of the sack onto the street. This guy was driving, and he goes, "Hey, dude, what's the word on the street?"
We love Scrabble. That's what we do when we go to my sister's house. Too. We like to play.
Okay. Yes, I have Christmas plans.
Okay.
I am starting a sal with a friend of mine, Christine, and we bought Kathy Barrick's new North Pole.
Oh, I love that one.
And they had the DMC or the MPS. I went to Victoria Clayton, and I bought her silk pack. You really can't see too much, but her silk pack for North Pole. So I think we were starting this December the 22nd. So I need to get some fabric. I'm sure I have something. It calls for 40 count flannel flower from Fox and Rabbit, but
pretty.
I'm sure I have something that will be comparable in this. I'll check with the silks to see how they work. But anyway, so I have the silks to work with this. So that's one of my plans.
I think Olivia B.
Oh, yes. I think Socks for Mom.
No, Olivia B. I think has kits for that, or she was going to work on doing the NPI kits for that. And her shop name is Hillside Rookery.
Oh, that's
and
right.
I think they're very reasonably priced.
Okay. This wasn't too bad, but it really wasn't. But they sure are pretty. I like Victoria Clayton's.
I love that pattern. It looks like a very old timey Santa.
He does look like a very old timey Santa. I think the glare's not too bad.
Awesome.
So I can't wait to do the trees. So that's one of my projects.
Yeah, I just want to. Well, I have 3 Christmas ornaments I need to finish for exchanges, and I want to get back to working on the Plum Street sampler. I would like to get that finished this year, but I wanted to get into quilting, and so I have seen this book. I know that Lisa Bonjean did a flip through of it over the summer months, but I got it because it just has so many great projects in it. And, since I do wool, I love this. I thought it was organized and had this marked. Here it is. Isn't that a beautiful mat? I like green, so I really like the dark green with the white poinsettia. That's a beautiful table mat.
We've got to go up there. We have just got to go up there.
These cute little ornaments.
Oh, look at that.
They're a very sweet little reindeer. I'm going backwards through the book because I wanted to see what was in it, and I couldn't find anywhere other than Lisa's video what was in it. There's a cross stitch project that
looks fun.
Yeah, it's not very. I don't think it's very. I'm not sure what the stitch count is. I don't think it's too high. Too bad. There's another cute. I love the graphics on that. Don't get your tinsel in a tangle. And her font. I thought her font is just amazing.
You know what I bought this year?
I don't know.
I bought tinsel.
Oh, did you?
I wanted tinsel on my tree ever since I was little, I think. And I
used
bought my first box of tinsel.
I have a Holly Jolly Christmas, and this is like in a Christmas tree shape. And it has this, I'm not sure, it has a clip up here, and I don't know if that's you're supposed to put a star there, exactly what you're supposed to put there, but I thought that was really pretty. What would you think? Maybe your Christmas list? I don't know.
I don't know.
So, okay, and then it had some quilts, and it had...
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's one of the kind of the strip ones. Like,
it's just color. It's just a choice of colors.
Yeah. So I think you just buy maybe a jelly roll, or it's a fat quarters. So that's the overall.
But jelly roll work too.
Yeah. So I thought that might be, and that's 50.
That would
55
be
by 55. I thought that might be an easy one to start with. This one, another one on the dark green background. I love how that looks.
That just has square triangle.
I think there's a lot of, if you're a quilter.
This is a great book.
Love the colors on that. I think there's a lot of
just pinwheels.
Pretty updated designs. Let's see. This is called Boxes of Joy. And I'm sorry, I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode, and I think it keeps buzzing. So if you hear the buzzing, that's why. So again, this is, and I asked the Quilter Station, and they did have it, and they were out of stock.
Oh.
So I got it at Etsy, and that's
I'm going to have to get
Joyful
that.
Gatherings.
Pretty. Just some other things that I want to work on. I love Crochet Go. I have not done any of their patterns yet. These are just little ornaments, so I got a little gingerbread. She has quite a few of them. These are just 6, but very unique ornaments. They're a little different than what you're used to seeing. So I bought her advent calendar also. So just whatever I can get done. Just a couple other patterns that I have is just little ones. A Big Creek holiday. It's got little snaps in there for decoration.
That's a cute idea.
Yeah, I've seen more and more people use the snap, so that's cute. Primrose Cottage has just a little alphabet Christmas sampler. I just thought that was finished real rustic and cute. And then, of course, I have so many prairie schoolers, thanks to so many people. But this is St. Nicholas. Little smaller Santas.
So this was this Christmas. This Primrose Cottage
Yeah.
was just last year. So.
Yeah. And then Santas and snowmen.
Oh, that's pretty. I don't
So
know if I've seen that
I
one.
just have been collecting these and try to pick some out. So
I have to look at these because sometimes I was watching Carol Sottbox and she said, I think Lenny showed that on her video, and I thought, oh, I don't remember seeing that.
I'm not sure. I'm not. I try to think. Did
I don't remember seeing that one. That is really cute.
But
I love all those. Oh wow.
I don't know. And so my big. Well, this is my. I don't know if we want to call it a SAL or not, but I'm thinking about it for the first of the year. It's my prairie year. So I started this on a 14 count. So fortunately, I only got one done. But I'm starting on January 1st. I am doing a prairie schooler, a prairie year, one a month, and then by the end of the year, we'll have all 12 of them. I have a box, I think, that will work depending on the count of my fabric. So I'm going to do that, but it's got 12 little clips in a board. So this is my plan for the first of the year.
Awesome.
And I have all the fabric. I don't have the fabric. I have all the floss. I have my little project bag.
That's really pretty.
Isn't that cute?
I love that fabric.
Okay.
Who's that from?
Oh,
I like your zipper pull.
thank you. Oh, this is before I started.
Let's turn back. Sherry's so sweet.
Sherry's so sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay.
I'm trying to be good.
I know.
You're
I have not bought a new project bag for almost 2 months, so I'm pretty proud of myself. Well, no, I take that back. Well, when do we go to Galleria?
End of September.
Okay.
September, October.
Okay. So then I've been
Almost
pretty
2
good.
months. Yeah. So one more thing I wanted to mention, when I was up at Country Sampler, one of my table mates, Lisa, had mentioned she gets these letters every month from Doreen Frost, who is with Vermont Harvest Folk Art. And it's a club, I guess you'd call it a club. It's called From a Little Brown House Gazette. And every month she mails out these newsletters, and they include maybe recipes, maybe a little pattern, and that it was just so much fun. They're all, it's just very charming to get these every month. And so one of my other table mates, Linda, subscribed, and she posted posted her October and November Gazette on Instagram, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to succumb. So I ordered it, went online, ordered it from Doreen. And then a couple days later, I got an email from her, and she said, well, I was going to have a sale, and I think the newsletters were 20% off. And she said, I just hadn't announced it yet, so I'm giving you a refund for that amount because I just hadn't announced it yet. So it's on the way. I don't know if it's going to arrive later today or tomorrow, but I just wanted to share this with you. This is what it looks like, the little page in the middle. And I think that might be like some kind of the typical projects that would be in it. I've been involved with crafting a long time, and Vermont Folk Art has been around. She's been around for quite a while. I think she used to do dolls as well. But the code, if you want to check it, I will insert her website here, Vermont HarvestFolkArt.com, and I will include a link in the show notes. And her code is all one word, Merry Christmas Friends, and I will scroll it here because she spells Merry Merrye, Christmas Friends. So I'll scroll it here, So if that's something you might be interested in, please check it out. I'm looking forward to getting my first issue, and I think that'll be a fun thing to look forward to every month.
Okay. Just more stuff. These are some new patterns that I got. I guess you consider this haul. This is
I haven't seen him.
this is Christine's new fabric, the cookie dough.
Oh, I like that.
So Christine helped in designing and naming.
Okay.
So congratulations. So these I'm really into cottage gardens. They're one of my favorites. So this was the new one that came in, the Pilgrim. I say it's new. I assume it's new. Collector Series number 12 probably. So isn't he cute?
I love that turkey. I have not seen it.
I know it. And
But I've been trying to not look at those.
this is the needle worker.
Now, he came out last year, or like in January, didn't he?
Yeah, we'll have to
look at
yeah, 2022. So does that say 2023 on the back of it?
Very pretty.
So, and the witch. So I think these were her series with the snowman, and I don't have all of them, but I'm gonna look for them. So at least I have them. You know how that collection is.
I think I got that. So this is Fabrics by Stephanie, and I think I got the milk chocolate when I got that when we were at Galleria.
So this was part of my haul.
Very fun.
Okay, I'm done.
All right, so I had a few giveaways last week, and let me
Did we
see
do
who
the snowflake?
the winners.
Okay.
were. Okay, and then we wanted to announce the winners from last week's giveaway.
I have one name that didn't claim her prize yet, and I know she commented, so we'll pull her name out one more time. So Cindy Martinez, you have won Halloween, or AKA Ike and Lenny Halloween. But anyway, so if you're listening, please let us know your address so we can send this to you.
So please email me at sablestitcher22@gmail.com with your address. If it's mine, I'll ship it out, and if it's Lenny's, I'll forward it to her for shipping. But yeah, we need your address, and we don't want you to just put it on the comments, so please email it to us.
Okay.
Okay, so the winners from last week, or last 2 weeks ago, we had a bunch of Prairie Schooler Santas and kitted up and donated to us by a generous viewer that we are giving away. 2010, this goes to Vicki Owsley, Owsley.
Congratulations, Vicki.
2019 to Debbie Sisk.
Oh, hi, Debbie.
Sisk. 2020 to Gail Holland. You had,
And then I had Spider, the Primrose Spider. And this goes to Cheryl Broombaugh, Brumbaugh. So congratulations. And then for Snowflake, the embroidery art by Nat. Congratulate Pat Curley. So you are the winner of the Snowflake embroidery.
okay, and so we have winners. I have giveaways this week as well, because we still have more Prairie Schooler Santas to give away, and we want to get them out in case you want to stitch them this year. So the first one, the keyword is going to be, and of course, and I don't want to show it the pattern, but this has the floss, complete floss, all brand new skeins, as well as the pattern. So this is wonderful, this very generous donor to do this. So this is the first one, and the keyword for this is snowshoes, because Santa's carrying snowshoes. Keyword for this one is mail, because there's Santa with his mail sack. And that's M-A-I-L, mail. And then the keyword for this one, and I think this is from 2017, is polar bear. So please use that in your comment, and that's how we will search for the winner next time. If you Yeah. So please be 18 or older because we have to ask for your address. Please don't use the word giveaway in your comment. And if you have one, please email me at sablestitcher22@gmail.net with your address, and we'll get these out to you. Please like, and if you enjoyed watching this, I know we had some new viewers in the last few weeks, and we appreciate you letting us know you are new, and we like to know how you found us. So if you're new and you are commenting, please let us know how you found us, and please subscribe and hit the notification button so we can stay in contact with you, because we like to get to know our viewers as much as possible.
I hope you liked our notions. I think that's important for everybody, for, just like a mechanic, the better tools you have, the better the result will be. So, needles are really important as far as the size of your needles. So,
and none of these are really expensive. It's not, we're not.
And I really just work out of my little box.
Sewing machine or anything. So,
No. All right. I think it's time for a bedtime story, don't you?
I think so.
Okay, here we go. Get this pulled back up again. All right. This is called 'Twas the Night of Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Okay. 'Twas the night of Thanksgiving, but I just couldn't sleep. I tried counting backwards. I tried counting sheep. The leftovers beckoned, the dark meat and white, but I fought the temptation with all of my might. Tossing and turning with anticipation, the thought of a snack became infatuation. So I raced to the kitchen, flung open the door, and gazed at the fridge full of goodies galore. Gobbled up turkey and buttered potatoes, pickles and carrots and beans and tomatoes. I felt myself swelling, so plump and so round, till all of a sudden I rose off the ground. I crashed through the ceiling, floating into the sky with a mouthful of pudding and a handful of pie. But I managed to yell as I soared past the trees, "Happy eating, all. Pass the cranberries, please. May your stuffing be tasty. May your turkey be plump. May your gravy and potatoes have nary a lump. May your yams be delicious. May your pies take the prize. May your Thanksgiving dinner stay off of your thighs."
I like
The end.
So sweet. So yes, we won't be back until after Thanksgiving.
I know. We'll have to.
Our American Thanksgiving.
And I looked ahead at our schedule, so we're going to have to do a little rearranging because Christmas is on a Monday. So, anyway, we love you guys. Thanks for sharing with us again today.
Appreciate it.
And
we appreciate your time. We appreciate your comments. If you don't comment, that's fine too. We just appreciate you spending time with us.
Yes. So happy
stitching.
Happy Gratitude Day and happy Thanksgiving Day, and
if you celebrate that. And
true. So, but just know that we remember you and are thankful for you. Okay. So, anyway, love you. Bye.